as a 53-year-old bloke, you've got some longevity, haven't you? I mean, you've been doing it since you were a wee slip.
You're not implying that I should hang up my headphones?
No, I don't think you should ever do that.
Well, I mean, the writing comes out still of two things, I think. One is I am genuinely confused about how the world works. And I still have some mental idea that if I write enough and research enough and think enough, that some of the world will become less confusing. It's like a weird idea.
I like it.
You know, I mean, some people are like, oh, there's the world, this is me, get on with it. But I'm like, there's the world, what the fuck is that all about? And as a writer, you want to connect things, you want to discover things. And so that will never stop. I mean, that's a mindset which I'm going to have, you know, until the day I die. And the other thing is that the DJing and the writing is also about me. This sounds weird, but it's true. It's me offering a gift to the people around me, saying, this is what I do, this is what I believe in, enjoy it. Enjoy it, maybe with the hope that they will, or the hope that they might reward me with, you know, a bit of love and affection. So I think that idea of seeing what you do in the world as being some kind of a gift to everyone else, I think is something that's quite strong in me. And the writing and the DJing is part of that.
I think that's really lovely, that, Dave.
And true.
If you could go back and do it all again, would you do anything differently, do you think?
I was interviewed by some young guy in Berlin the other day, and he was just in awe, bless him. And he thought I was absolutely living the dream. And he said to me, yeah, you're living the dream. And he was really sweet. He was like, he reminded me actually of that earnest, fucked up 23-year-old that I was. And he said, oh, I guess you haven't got any regrets, have you? And I'm like, hang on. And about 1,000 flicked through my head. So, you know, I think as you go through life, I think you're aware of all the alternatives. You're aware of all the choices that you didn't make. And I think if you're not aware of the choices that are there in front of you, that you either could make or you didn't make, you haven't got much imagination, you know. I'm always aware that, you know, I could have done that, I could have done this. And you kind of always, I think, aren't you tortured by the idea that actually you could have taken that route and you didn't, you took a different route. And so there are a million things I would have done differently. I mean, I'm not upset at where I am now, but there's a million other lives I could have led, and I think probably 85% of them would be just as good as the one I have now.
Brilliant. I'm really pleased you wrote that book, because I really loved it. Genuinely, I did really like it. I like reading music books, and that's one that I've enjoyed really deeply, just because it's got you in it. It's got a really personal story, but it's really, really deep in history. And it, you know, look, I'm not trying to make you buy a copy, but I think you should buy a copy, because it's about us in this room. It's about all the people that are in here, all the people that have come down tonight to this. That's what it says to me.
It is. I mean, it is, and also I think it's meant to be a very warm book. You know,
really warm, yeah.
You know, it's meant to be the kind of book that you read, and you do. It's positive, and it's excited, and it's also part of it. You know, is me just saying, guess what? You know, this happened, and isn't this mad, and isn't this great, and have you thought about this? It's kind of, there's a sense of it being me sharing stuff basically with the reader. And yeah, I mean, what I'm glad about is also the fact that there's lots of new stuff. I think when you're a writer of non-fiction, the last thing you want is to be, it's 155,000 words. That's a lot of words, and you don't want it just to be an extended Wikipedia. You don't want it just to be a collection of Wikipedia. You want it to be something much bigger and more important than that.
Well, it is. I loved it. Dave, thanks for coming and supporting MAP. That's why we do this, Music and Art Productions. They're a Leeds-based charity who support young people who are having trouble getting into mainstream education. Thanks, Dave. Dave's given his fee for tonight, so thank you very much.
Thank you very much.